tell people all over the world that we are a democracy. The fundamental of our democracy is the right to vote. And we will not allow them to go backwards through dark days in our country. So we're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to demand, as Frederick Douglass said, that power is nothing without a demand. It never has and never will. And I want you all to join me in demanding that President Biden speak out for ending the filibuster so that we can pass meaningful legislation to protect millions of black and brown people in this country. Let's continue to fight. Thank you and God bless you. Right. And pick a side. Pick a side. Pick a side. Y'all, you just heard Representative Reynolds, mention Fannie Lou Hamer, and you just heard him mention the Voting Rights Act, right? And we know that, there's a lot of states represented out here, but we all were pretty clear that we would not have gotten to the Voting Rights Act if there was no self. And so we could not be out here talking about voting rights and not have somebody from the state of Alabama give y'all a word. So I'm so excited to bring up State Representative A.J. McCampbell representing Alabama.
Good morning. Y'all know I'm from the country. And when you're from the country, and I want y'all to get this. Y'all see these here? They're overall. My ancestors on these as they began to work. I had an uncle that was a builder. His name was Will Noble. And he wore these overalls so that he could go and build something. He had a little spot over here. Wait, right here. For his hammer. What he did, he said, when I had a problem, I'd pull my hammer and I'd hammer out the situation. He had a spot over here for his ruler. He said, when everything wasn't right, I need to pull out my ruler so I could measure what was going wrong and get it in the right place. But y'all know what? He had a pencil. And he said, and y'all watch this, hold this screen. Every now and then, you have to pull out your pencil and draw a line. When you draw the line, President Biden, you got to pick a side because we drawing the line. And we are the our voting rights. President Biden, draw the line.
Draw the line. We drawing a line today, y'all. We drawing a line today, y'all. And after we draw that line, what we got to say? Pick a side. After we draw that line, what we got to say? Pick a side. Y'all see on this bus, we got the Freedom Ride. We're on that bus. Many of y'all, some of y'all out here were with us on that Freedom Ride. And you always tell people a lot of states play a big part in that Freedom Ride, but you can't talk about the Freedom Ride and not talk about the great state of Tennessee. And so I'm so glad that we're here representing that state, Representative Lamar. Take it away, sis.
What's up, DC? Recess can wait. Recess can wait. Amen. Amen. I'm State Representative Lamar, and I'm here today with Senator Brenda Gilmore, and we're from the great state of Tennessee. We serve as 1 and 2 of 6 black women total in the Tennessee General Assembly, and I serve as the youngest woman in the Tennessee General Assembly. Now, I just can't understand how we got a Democratic president and a democratically controlled Congress, and we still, in 2021, standing out here begging them to give us voting rights. In 2021. Millions of people went to the polls. Millions of black people went to the polls and stood in line to change the leadership of this country, expecting our president and Congress to be courageous and do the right thing. See, it's funny because we live in a country that likes to tout false equivalency, that every man is equal. But yet we standing out here today outside the African American History Museum begging for Congress to pass Before the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. So when we reflect on what's happening today, what's really different from 1965? So I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, the home base of the Civil Rights Movement, the city where Dr. King was assassinated. We have one of the largest populations of African Americans in this country, in my city. We are literally living proof of what systemic racism and its systemic injustices look like. Our state is run by the Republican Party of obstruction, who are downright bold about making the election process harder for minorities and urban communities. And just this past year, they passed legislation or law that erases history, so our babies won't even know who fought for their right to vote. That's what's happening in my state. I ask myself, what are they scared of? What they scared of? They scared of us. They scared of us. They're scared of our voice. They're scared of our vote. And they're scared of losing power. You know, here in Tennessee, over a decade ago, they passed voter ID laws. They purged black people from the voting roll. You gotta register to vote 30 days before an election to even vote. They're not gonna do the right thing. But we must ask Congress to do the right thing for states like mine. I can't depend on them to do the right thing. I can't depend on them to respect my ancestors for dying for the right to vote. We need the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act to do the right thing for Tennessee. You know, as I'm standing here on DC, I remember January 6th. I remember sitting in my office at the state capitol of Tennessee watching live white supremacists attack the U.S. Capitol to destroy the election. They didn't care about nobody's vote. They weren't scared of getting shot down in the street like we are. They weren't scared. They touring. And I was outraged sitting here in my own state capitol thinking, am I next? But for me, what's even more outrageous is the fact we got Democratic senators who claim to honor John Lewis, but can't even vote on legislation that embodies his work. What's the point of putting allies in office if you can't stand for the values that we push? Senator Manchin, Senator, I'm calling you out. Do the right thing. What's the point of you being a Democrat? You can't pass simple voting rights legislation. And to my senators, Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty, I'm expecting you to do right by Tennessee. Be a better person. Pass the For the People Act. Be on the right side of justice. You have one of the largest populations of black people in your state, and you can make sure we have equitable voting rights. Enough is enough, America. We are tired. We've been fighting since we got to this country over 400 years ago. We are tired. At this point, we're expecting you to do the right thing. We're demanding you to do the right thing. Recess can wait. So let's get it done and get it done right now. Thank you.
Recess can wait. Recess can wait. All right. Y'all, I'd be remiss. We've mentioned about how President Biden has the power that he needs and how the Senate has the power it needs. As y'all know, the reason they have that power in the Senate is because of the great state of Georgia. And so I'm so glad to bring up my friend who helped me out yesterday, Representative Donna McCleod from the great state of Georgia.
Big up! If you don't know, I am a Jamaican born, Canadian raised, and became a citizen in 2012 because of the most powerful right to vote. And that's why we're fighting for it. I want to just acknowledge my colleagues that are here with me. Becky Evans, Josh McClure, Rhonda Taylor. I think that's the four of us that are here. But there's quite a large delegation from the state of Georgia. So let me tell you something. We got out the gates, right? We gave Texas the warning. Be aware, Georgia just passed an egregious bill. So we gave Texas the warning. Let me tell you something. Our bill started, okay, in the House, we passed one HB 581. It started. They started with a bill, we didn't know what it was. It started on Wednesday. The next week, the next Wednesday was the first time we saw the text. It was passed into law that Thursday, the next Thursday. 98 pages. And I know a lot of people talk about the water and the voter ID, but what about the subversion, right? So even if your vote is counted, what Trump asked for from our Secretary of State, Ratzenberger, he could basically do it by going to every county and subverting our votes. It is unacceptable that we, especially as black people, will fought so hard to get the right to vote, to be in this position in 2021. It's unacceptable. No recess. The right to vote is the most powerful right we have in this country. Knowledge is power, but that right we give to each other is the vote. And I'm asking you all to keep on fighting because we cannot stop. We cannot stop. You can't recess without our democracy. Our democracy is at stake. And I'm telling you, Georgia is on the mind of everybody. And yes, Mr. Senator Manchin, if it wasn't for Georgia, you wouldn't be holding this power because you wouldn't have the majority to act like you're the biggest man on campus. It is time for us to step up, as Democrats in the Congress and say, we are grateful for the people that organized, outworked, and make sure our kids and our family got to the polls. It is time for us to show some appreciation and making sure that we get the right to vote free. And again, once again, I became a citizen of this country. I paid $680 and took the test and read the Constitution. For me, it's personal because that was the only right I did wasn't given with the green card. So knowledge is the most powerful gift you give to yourself, but the vote is the most powerful thing we give to each other. Let's get it together and get this happening. Thank you very much.
That's right. This is Donna McCleod. Fired up. Fired up. And we really are ready to go. All right, so we're about to get this march started, y'all, because we didn't come here just to rally over here at this historic, beautiful museum where so much of our history is housed. And if you go in there, so much of that history. So much of that history deals with this issue of voting rights, right? So it's fitting that we start here, but we got a target, y'all. We're going to the White House to deliver our message. As y'all heard, we're drawing a line today. And after we draw that line, what we got to say? Pick a side. President Biden, we need you to pick a side. Pick a side, pick the right side, right? Some folks be picking the wrong side. So we need you to pick the right side. And so we're getting ready to get started, but we got a special guest that is just pulled up. And so we're going to try to give him a minute. Y'all will not be disappointed, I promise you. But we're going to get ready. We're going to get ready after that. Soon as our guest speaks, we're going to line up. We're going to start the march going right down 15th Street. So we're getting ready to get going, y'all. But we got a message to deliver. And part of that message is about the filibuster, right? So part of what we're going to be saying is, hey, hey, ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. Ho, ho. The filibuster's got to go. So y'all, just bear with us for a couple more minutes. But again, we want to thank everybody who's shown up. We want to thank the state legislators. We want to thank all of you who have shown up, because this is the type of action that is going to take for us to get these voting rights. We got only a couple of days left before they try to go home for this recess. So we got just a couple of days left to deliver this message that recess can wait. Democracy can. Recess can wait. Democracy can. And we've got the power to do it. Y'all, if we weren't clear about the power we got, then after what we've seen over the past 4 or 5 days on the steps of the Capitol, we ought to be very clear. If we weren't clear about the power that a handful of folks can have, including representative folks, right? Like Representative Cori Bush. Y'all give it up for Cori Bush. Cori Bush took a stand. She said, I'm not just a legislator, but I'm an activist, and she took a stand. And because of her work, in 4 days, millions of people that were facing possible eviction have now been spared. Millions of people who are facing the end of this eviction moratorium have now received a little reprieve, right? All of that because one system, one elected official decided to take a stand, right? And so that's why it's so important that we have elected officials that are willing to do so. And without any further ado, I'm so glad, I'm so honored that we have been joined by none other than Reverend Jesse Jackson, who is still in the fighting for our voting rights.
Keep hope alive.
We can't hear. Turn the mic off.
Now the agenda, he said, Roosevelt said, go out and make me do it. Create the environment where it's feasible for me to do it. Remember Joe Massey yesterday about how Republican taking to West Virginia, you can go to West Virginia and make him do it. One thing, the Republican scheme make difficult voting, then decertify. That's what Arizona was all about. It would be difficult to vote, they would decertify votes. So it's in the scheme, make voting difficult, and decertify votes. It's not let them decertify votes. The good news is that those who are chairman today depend upon the success of our movement. See, if we win, democracy wins. Democrats win. The nation wins. If we lose, Democrats lose. If we lose, democracy loses. If we lose, America loses. So all the chairmen should be out there marching with us.
That's right.
Because they're chairman because of our work.
That's right, Reverend.
And we made them chairman, right? So now I want to stand tall and to make our case today in front of the White House. We've done this in Arizona 2 weeks ago. We did it in Washington, Austin, Texas. We're doing it here again today. So we will keep on marching. We'll keep marching. Just as done. The power of one person. That's about Bush. Tremendous work. When Dr. King spoke in Washington in 1963, one black official from the whole South, one black official from the whole South, one black official from the whole South. Then have mayors in Birmingham and Selma and Montgomery and Dallas and all that. One. So what Dr. did was, he the one got Ali with 55 citizens of the states trying to get back in the ring. They wouldn't let him back in. One guy, Governor Maddox, Axel Maddox, very racist guy, his son got in trouble. His case was, he made for his son was, they ran them a second chance. Johnson supported that. He went to him and said, now, I'm going to need a second chance. Ali. Maddox said, I'm for it, but I think the right way to do the family would be up. He said, well, take a principal position. Maddox took it the right way he came at it. So he backed away from his position. The Sanders came in and joined the lawsuit, got Ali back. Didn't even let him do his health care, his practice to qualify. Morehouse gave him a stage to do the training. So one man, one person, make a difference. One Rosa Parks, sat in. One Rosa Parks, sat in. The nation stood up. Victoria Brooks stood up. Now, 11 million people, these million families have a place to stay. Say I am somebody. That can mean I am somebody. Respect me. Protect me. You don't neglect me. I am God's child. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. I will vote. I can vote. I must vote. I will vote, I can vote, I must vote. My citizenship is at stake. This is how those kids coming back today from Japan, sitting on the stand, getting gold medals and all that. They went to a nation that not want their parents to vote. this year we must focus on college residency. College residency. College residency. If you're from University of Maryland, for example, and you're from, say, New York, you have the right to vote where you live. Students have the right to vote where they attend school. Some of these districts are headed by right-wingers who represent colleges, don't represent students' interests. Every student has the right to register where they attend school. Key our strategy must be student registration on campus. Registration on campus. Do it all. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Love you. Keep hope alive. Love you guys. Love you. Love you.
Y'all give it up for Reverend Jesse Jackson!
Current respect was Maxine Waters. That was Maxine's legislation. Maxine, give Maxine a big hand.
All right. Thank you once again, y'all. Please give it up for Reverend Jesse Jackson. Still out here speaking, still out here fighting, still out here getting arrested like the other day. So y'all give it up. Y'all fight up! Fight up! Fight up! Fight up! So we are going to make our way over to this corner, and we are going to follow the directions of our marshals, right? Follow the directions of our marshals. We're going to, I believe we're going to be in the street. And so if I can get our banner, hold the banner to lead the way, and if everybody can start lining up behind them, yes sir.
Hello.